Hello and welcome back to the sunny side, a place to discuss film, television, games, all things storytelling, while being sincere, thought-provoking, and always staying on the sunny side. My name is Evan B. Thank you so much for watching. Today we are on day 5 of our May the 4th rewatch. All week long I have been going over the Star Wars movies from episode 1 to episode 6 with Rogue One and Solo right here in the middle to discuss the Anakin Skywalker arc, to discuss storytelling and adaptation, about what we love about Star Wars, what makes a good Star Wars movie, what are some missed opportunities, and just have a fun, interesting conversation about this cultural monolith. So that being said, let's dive right in. Today we are talking about Rogue One. And Rogue One, for a lot of Star Wars fans and fans in general, people consider this to be one of the better Star Wars movies. And I absolutely agree. I put it up there in the top tier. And I think part of why it works is it hits at the same things that makes all of, some of the best Star Wars movies great. We've talked a lot about what makes a good Star Wars movie. We come back to strong character. We come back to this, melodrama space opera, this interesting world building, propulsive action, cool ships, cool sets, interesting aliens, this interesting propulsive story, the big empire versus the plucky rebel, all of these different ideas coming together in the right mixture and telling an interesting story. Now, at this point, when this film was made, obviously the timeline, the world of Star Wars had been created, and so when this movie was made, they said, what's the most interesting story in this world that has been made for us? And one of them is, the origins of the Death Star, right? One of the most iconic visual pieces we have of this, and then being able to construct a great story about the birth of the rebellion, putting really great, strong characters together. Jyn Erso is such a really interesting take, whereas, compared to like a Luke Skywalker who's got this plucky, like, wide-eyed, oh, I can't wait to find this world right. She's been thrust into this world of this rebellion, and she has been hardened by it, and there is this fun, tragic, but complex relationship with her father, and you love that. You have Cassian Andor, who, now we have the Andor TV series, has gotten a lot more context, but he's a great, opposite to her, and their foil, the rest of the found family of that whole group, Riz Ahmed, Donnie Yang, all of them I think are just fantastic. You have some really cool set pieces. You get to see different sides of the rebellion. You see Saw Gerrera and the whole bit on Jeddah. I think it's interesting lore, but it's not pounding you over the head with stuff. You get to see the Empire, sort of at its height, and the whole scare sequence at the end is I think iconic and a really great way to do Star Wars action, interesting stuff, mimicking the Battle of Hoth while being unique on its own and standing its own place and feeling like this beautiful film. And I think the ending is strong. The fact that all the characters die but still get the point across is, I think, a beautiful, tragic, really great ending that is risky and works so well and makes it so, it adds to the Star Wars of this tragedy, of this melodrama, and you know what's coming next is A New Hope. And we'll talk about that tomorrow. Let me know your thoughts below, but thank you all so much for watching, and as always, stay on the